Hi everyone. So today is March 24th. I'm going to deliver a channeled message. I'm going to start with some light language and then I'm going to kind of, be middleman and translate the English. But before I start, I want to say that my last couple of videos, I've spoke about March and how powerful this month is. So if you are experiencing a lot of energetic shifts, if you're sensitive, if you feel maybe mood swings they're telling me, as well as physical symptoms. I've had chills. I've experienced fatigue, heaviness in my head and my ears. That is kind of par for the course for what's happening here. So of course we have the spring equinox, and it is very powerful. The energies that are coming in are very like clearing, cleaning, letting go of the old, and really assessing, like not only vibrationally as a collective, but also individually, where do you want to go in your life right now, and the old roles that you've been playing and how you're ready to shift and release. So I am going to connect to the Lyrian-Syrian Council today. I've been collaboratively and collectively feeling this effort of galactic energy and this communication to say, hey, not only are we here, but we're also reminding you that you are us, we are you, we are one. So as I bring in this Lyrian-Syrian energy today, this morning I was told I was going to make this video and I was going to bring in this. It's a feeling of a council, and I've channeled the Galactic Federation of Light before, and a lot of galactic energies, they always come forward in this very unified nature, as if you can picture them around a round table, and just the energies, the feelings, and we'll connect more as I deliver the transmission, is reminding us of our divinity, of our galactic connection, also our divine human connection, that we are not just one thing. We are multidimensional and we are of galactic heritage. So there seems to be this union to remind us of where we're from, knowing and feeling that Lyra is the gateway of all life, that all life passes through the gateway of Lyra. So there's a beautiful energy that's coming forward today, and in general, to remind us of our divinity and our connection to our galactic self, our multidimensional self, and really breaking the chains, the ancestral chains, the conditioned, the darkness, unlocking all of the hidden key codes and activating the divine human within. And that's part of where I come in with the light language and the transmissions. They are serving the purpose to unlock and awaken your divine humanity and the algorithm of life, the scripted code that's been encrypted within your DNA and has a cellular memory that's awakened with light language, and also the energy that's coming in. So that's kind of a preview of where we're headed right now with this transmission. And so if you're awakening right now, you're needed. This is where we're going. We are being blasted into this place of oneness and liberation, and you've seen that liberation happen, and now we're really stepping forward into that liberation with a destination. So be mindful of the destination. Where are you headed with your intention? So let's kind of bring in the Lyrian-Syrian energy as I bring in this light language. Allow it to resonate from your heart center, and we'll see what else comes through. So take a nice deep breath. I'm going to bring it in now more fully. Ashiri mare mare. Ashiri mare amare ikarare. Ikarima asera akosoya. Akarima asera kusoya rare ikiare. Ukushoya asare isite asara. Itekima are araria. Ia wakuya mare. Iriana ya 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 ya. So let us tell you a story. If you could imagine an explosion of light, and this explosion of light is woven, the story, the energy, the frequency of this divine explosion, the shockwaves, the magnificent creation, the output of this energetic explosion, is the energy that is felt through all life, and it shoots through everything. The key sula la dikira shore itakina maa, itakina ama, thuku kusuria, sukusio shuwaha aha. And at the center of this is shukwaha, ishuwaha, alaikiaha, and all that is. Yes? Shukwaha, sikyaha. So some may call this the central sun, the place of oneness, all of creation. But imagine this light takes place from the inside, within and without. And as this light explodes outward, there you have all of creation. So what they're saying is this beautiful explosion of light from nothing to everything. And as this light explodes, and all little fractals, all little pieces, all little fragments of energy go out and create all different life forms, right? And so all of these different life forms have then their own sort of mission and their own creation, yet they all come from that oneness, right? So again, it's kind of that reference to that pizza pie of this one whole pie and these slices that then come out but come back. So this kind of expansion and creation energy of expansion and contraction, we are learning through this of how to create. And this information is being given to you, delivered to you, to understand not only your own history of where you have divined from, but where you are headed to, where you are going to, where you are arriving to, and how to utilize your own contraction and expansion. So what I'm being told now and shown now is that this explosion, this passageway, wherever Lyra is in the galaxy, this is where it took place. And expanded from here, this kind of gateway. If you've ever read The Prism of Lyra, this is kind of what they talk about in this book. It's a channeled book. And so, you know, I'm giving my best interpretation and channeled as I'm being shown this, but it's kind of like expansion. And what I'm feeling or being shown is the Syrians or the Syrian energy are partnered in the kind of push towards humanity's realization that this is where we've come from. So suri asiri avasuse avasuria avasu shikosuria amairia makaria maalo ukusu aha. They're also one of the first civilizations to be kind of offshoot of this this Lyrian energy, sukutu shu aha, as well as some other ones too. But there are many different offshoots of this, so don't limit your understanding or your perception. Know that if you have this this uprising to connect to your brethren, it takes place from within, because those codes, as we have spoken of earlier, those key codes, the galactic remembering, is not up in the stars are within. The story of creation is woven within your DNA. The story of your own galactic connection, the story of how you were created, humanity's creation, and all of creation is in your DNA. So this is why you are told constantly and consistently that your answers lie within, because they do. They are in your frequency, in your bloodline, in your DNA, in your energy, in the frequency of you. So unlocking them has two key components. The first component is breathing into the oneness. Breathing into the oneness of all that is. Recognizing and understanding that connection, that liberation is not outside, right? So the two key components are, yes, the inhale and the exhale, the inhalation and the exhalation, the contraction and expansion. So your remembrance and your awakening, yes, is tied to the connection of your breath. And as you breathe in, I've been told this, and now we're being reminded, this is a constant theme. As we breathe into connection, we're using our breath to connect to the cellular memory, the creation energy, God force within us. And then as we breathe out in a way of which we understand that we release anything that is not of that. And that could be fear, grief, sadness, worry, conditioning, programming, separation, to then breathe back into connection. So it's also breathing into that oneness and then breathing out, into the galaxy and breathing out into the oneness. So the oneness without and the oneness within, the oneness without and the oneness within. And this is the information that is something that's, not ancient, it's timeless, it's a knowing. This is the way it has always been. This is the true religion. Your breath, mana, life force, the connection to all living things is the religion, the only true religion, love, oneness, the love within, the love without. Anywhere there is not love, let's breathe into that and liberate ourselves from that. So this is, yes, a kind of collaborative effort from those Lyrian-Syrian energies that are also part of my own connection. But it's also, you're going to find that any awakened, enlightened being is here to impart this knowledge and this wisdom. So there is no fear, there's only oneness, there's only unity. Le mikuruya la iarea ma aleki shoria la iri usuria ma alakia alamakia 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 leiri aliri 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 aliria Aliria leiri, Aliria leiri, Mariai, Aliria leiri, Mayai, Ariaya, Aliria yare, Aliria, Aliria, Ariaya, Sunanayan, nayan, 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 nayan. Sunanum. Hai, shukosu, sarikita, remakosuriama, alekutokosumeriama, takasiriama, amakasiriama, amakasiriama, amakasirimo, sukoteke, shakatakarasekatakatukosukarikinakaresekatakatakashukotokotokosukotokotaki, So are there things that cannot be said in English? Yes. Sukriya, and these are the things we say to you now. Why? Now you are now in a different dimension. You are heading towards a different wavelength, where not everything needs to pass through the separate logical mind that contracts, that pulls away from the oneness to then deviate and separate. So this is not from a place of judgment. This is bad. You are just returning to a more holistic aspect of connection, which is more connected to the heart, right? So as we connect to the heart, it's experienced by the wavelength and the frequency of intelligence in a different sort of resonance. It's the heart intelligence that feels first and expands instead of separate first to then categorize and understand. You see the difference? So this is your transmission for today. I know it's a longer one than usual, but very important understanding here. That's my cat at the door. So use your breath, breathe in, use this information, watch it again if you like. Watch the frequencies, the light language. March is really powerful, and going into these warmer months, it's just going to be some beautiful unfolding that's happening. So many upgrades, so many transitions, sending you so much love. Yes, news with me. My website has changed. I'm going to update that. I am teaching a light language remembering spiritual development course in April. You can hit up my free masterclass that's next week, opening to light language, that's happening on Zoom. You can register for that on my website. Yeah, so much love. Stay in your light. I love you so. Bye.